Hey Alice, are you coming? You better hurry or you're gonna be late.
Oh no! I'm late! I'm late! What time is it? If I don't go now, I may miss the whole entire ceremony!
Oh boy!
There!
Alice, where are you going? Do you want a ride? I'm going there too.
Pat and Nick Mosley, owners of California Tiny House, have been advisors to Kerman High's ROP construction technology for 3 years.
We nominate Mosley's and Tiny House because they contribute a lot to our program, building our first tiny house here at Kerman High School, and they opened their facilities up to host a summer internship with myself and other teachers from other schools teaching the same subject.
The tiny house, it contributed a lot. Like my first year here, it was just like one of my first projects, and I think I felt good working with it. And then our second tiny house has contributed a lot to like my hands-on experiences.
The Mosleys have worked side by side with Kerman High ROP to build a tiny house of their own.
Building a tiny house, it's a great experience because you learn how to build everything from the structure of the house to the finish of the house. And you learn a lot of things like plumbing, electrical. You learn how to do flooring. You learn how to do the walls, everything, insulation. It taught me a lot because it's on a smaller scale of a big house, a residential house, but it still comes up to the same thing because you still do the same framing, pretty much the same thing.
Students collaborated with the Mosleys and gained valuable insight into residential construction.
When I was in high school, there was no CTE programs. It was computer labs. But now everyone these days has a faster computer in their pocket with smartphones. So now they're trying to reintroduce CTE, but most kids aren't very interested, especially doing hands-on stuff anymore. And I don't know what the deal is with that. However, with all the new classes that are coming out and the new programs, tiny houses are so popular, it gives students something fun to look forward to building. And so it's a great way to implement back into the system and get kids to actually want to get out there, get their hands dirty, and learn some trades.
Pat and Nick Mosley's experience and outreach keep students current with industry standards and provides them with a valuable professional mentorship.
Excuse me, I'm late for a very important date and I don't know which way to go.
Where would you like to go?
I'm trying to get to Clovis.
Well, sweetie, this isn't Clovis, but I can show you the right directions.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Just follow the yellow brick road, that way. Wait, no, that will take you someplace else. Just follow the little white rabbit.
Okay, you're such a kind lady. Thank you.
Retired teacher Gwen McCall taught at Fireball High School for 34 years, sharing her creativity and commitment to CTE and ROP with courses such as graphic design, desktop publishing, multimedia, and yearbook.
She was always in a good mood. She was always happy and, always positive. And I think that's very helpful, especially when you're in high school and you have so many little things at the moment that seem, so difficult. She always pushed you through and motivated you, whether it was, work-related or something personal. So she really connected with the students. And I remember one project specifically that we had, it was a star project. And we made stars for every single student in the high school. And it was just a great idea that she had, and it was just something that just showed who she was.
Gwen taught students the art of design through digital platforms, creating a graphic empire in the small town of Firebaugh. She was particularly known for her yearbook covers, which were legendary.
She gave her all to our students. She gave everything she could to making sure our students succeeded in the classroom and, most importantly, outside the classroom. The yearbook isn't just done inside the classroom in a given day. It is hours upon hours of photography and filming and getting shots and editing shots. Not only did she run the students through all that, she mentored them personally and said, you know, this is important and this is a job skill that you can get.
Gwen really does a great job at portraying to the students and other instructors how much she cares about her students. It was really fun to learn with her, and then her personality is just, she's so quirky, so it helped to kind of break that ice of, oh, the teachers learning with us.
When students are involved in CTE and ROP courses, they have a sense of belonging. They have a group of people that they're with every day that they get to know, and it makes school more enjoyable, and they have statistics that have shown that the dropout rate is less with students who are involved in CTE courses. I had an advisor who was Tyler Kinsey, who was the broadcast designer for Sinclair Broadcasting, and he allowed the students to come to the news station. We got to do field trips there. He was part of the critiquing process, and he kept me up to date on a lot of the software that we use. I wouldn't change anything. I loved being with the students every day. I loved the process of it. And I look back on it now and feel like it was such an honor and a privilege to be just a small part of my students' lives every day.
Her passion for teaching CTE has helped generations of students and left a positive legacy at Firebaugh High School.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, young lady. Is there something I might be able to help you with?
Oh, hello, Mr. Deputy. My name is Alice, and I'm late for a very important date. Have you happened to seen a little white rabbit?
Well, we are out in the county, but I haven't seen any white rabbits out here.
Oh, what a shame. Will you happen to let me know if you see one?
Well, okay. I mean, I will, but, you know, in the meantime, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises. The school's closed.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
For the last 3 years, Deputy Randy Alvarez has created new opportunities for students enrolled in both criminal justice and criminal investigation at Central High.
I nominated Deputy Alvarez because as a Fresno County deputy, he took the initiative to engage our students and bring them into the Explorer program.
As a deputy of Fresno County Sheriff's Office and school resource officer at Central High's West Campus, Alvarez has had a huge influence with students working in the Explorers program.
Being a part of the Explorers program is important to me because I get to see what it's really like to patrol the streets and the real things that they see and how hard it is to not know that if you're going to come home or not.
What I learned from Deputy Alvarez and the Fresno County Sheriff's Department is that respect, to have initiative. As part of the Explorers, we do things such as, they're called details, which is basically we go out and help the community on things we're asked to do, such as coat drives and like small things like helping the public. It's important to me because it's like reaching out to the community, it's helping others, and I just feel like that's important.
I think the ROP program is very, very important here. We've done a lot of good things with the ROP program. For me to be involved with them shows that I'm taking a leadership role. It's right in my title to be a resource because I'm a school resource officer. So I want them to see me as not only as a law enforcement figure and authority figure, but as a resource. So I try to stay involved as much as I can with the ROP program. That way, you know, they see me as a resource. The Explorer program is great. Our Sheriff's Department Explorer program, We promoted that this year and last year, and we actually had a phenomenal turnout. We had 13 students from the ROP program go to our Explorer meeting, and 8 of them actually joined the Explorer program. And our Explorer program teaches so many things that are beneficial, not only if they're interested in a law enforcement, criminology, correctional career path, but it teaches them life skills like responsibility, leadership, discipline. So there's so many intangible, invaluable life skills that a program like our Explorer program teaches these ROP kids, that when we promote something like that and we have such a phenomenal turnout, it does impact that whole group of kids. And we're going to continue to do that.
Deputy Alvarez has enhanced the CTE and ROP programs at Central High, helping students develop a brighter future. Johnny Branch of Community Regional Medical Center advocates for CTE and has worked with several ROP programs related to health and medicine, becoming a mentor and sponsor of student growth and experience. Through her work at CRMC, Johnny has facilitated a diversified program which offers students a spirit of ownership, giving them the opportunity to experience a real-world work environment.
The hardest part about having a class that includes community classroom, like I have a medical careers class at Clovis East, is those partnerships, community partners. And you really need community partners that are willing to go above and beyond. And absolutely, she is the type of woman that goes above and beyond in everything. Her answer when I ask, hey, do you think we can do this, is always, sure, no problem, we'll make that happen. And having community partners like that is essential, because our goal is to get students an experience. They want to try it out. They want to see, is this a field that I want to explore? Because it's different than watching it on TV. It's not like Grey's Anatomy. They want to see it, they want to smell it. And what you need are people willing to say, yes, let's make that happen. And Johnny Branch is an absolute yes.
I think working here for just several months has taught me how to work in the professional environment, because we're still in high school and we haven't had a lot of exposure into the medical field, and clearly that's what we're all interested in. And this class in this hospital, you're really being submerged into all types of different fields in the medical field, and you can really find what's right for you.
The types of tasks that we do here, we restock linens, we do bed rolls, we discharge patients, we do labs, we just do anything that can help the staff and make their life a lot easier, and it helps us too.
I plan to be a pediatrician because I really enjoy children. I've become so independent. I've learned to work with so many nurses and shadow so many nurses, and it's been just enjoyable.
When we're in this class, we get to go out and actually experience new things and how the medical field is like.
I advise the students to be open and helpful with whatever they're being asked to do, and that they need to be value added, and in the same sense that we hopefully will provide them with a value added experience here, so that, and as they along their journey here, no matter what role they're in, that they have the opportunity to watch what goes on, be aware of your surroundings, take in all of the different things that are happening around them. They discharge patients, they take labs, they move things around. But in that, with those tasks, they are able to view many different things in our environment.
Through the community classroom, Ms. Branch works closely with ROP students, offering her advice, wisdom, and support. She truly is the inside secret at CRMC. CMAC, Community Media Access Collaborative, or CMAC, has supported multiple ROP media programs in the Central Valley through advisories, work-based learning experiences, educational programs, and community support.
It's important for CMAC to give back to the media programs because it's not just part of our mission, but it's also something that we utilize as a tool to help these schools and programs tell their stories, giving them the access to this type of equipment and these type of real-world productions really help them in learning what are the things I'm looking to if I want to pursue a career in video. What are those real tools? What are those skills I'm going to need to have? So it kind of gives them that perspective from a point of view of a professional that allows them to see that this isn't just, production. It's fun and we still learn, but it's also valuable skills and tools for their future. So based on our work with the students, the future in media looks really good. We're really working with these students so that they have those real-time skills to be able to go into this competitive market that is video production and be able to compete. They need to have that real-world technology. They have to understand the tools they have. They need to know the skills that they're going to need to bring to the table. It is a competitive medium, and with our students being more prepared coming from the Valley, I think we have a lot of talent here. We tend to be overlooked being in the middle between Los Angeles and San Francisco, but if you look around, there's a lot of talent right here in the Valley. So we're trying to hone that and make it as best possible so that our students have the same opportunities as those people in those big cities.
CMAC has partnered with many schools, including Sunnyside and Fresno High, and has helped students gain valuable experience working with CMAC's live broadcast truck.
So we've been working with CMAC for 6 years now. It started when I took a class at CMAC and decided that it was a really great opportunity for my students to get involved with. It happened, somebody wanted us to record high school rugby, and so he offered to pay for my students to be trained, and we took students down there in my own car, trained 6 kids, and we started recording high school rugby, and then from there we decided let's try football. So we were the first school in the Valley to do a live televised broadcast of high school football, and from there it went to other sports, and then more schools got involved, and it's just been a great opportunity. The biggest way is it gives our students exposure to live broadcasting. So everything we do here is pretty much pre-produced and planned out in a long process, and they don't really have exposure to live stressful events, especially sports broadcasting that's going directly to TV with a live audience. But most of the kids who have been on the crew have gotten jobs directly into the industry. So we have kids that work for Fresno Grizzlies, KC24, 47, are running the studio at Fresno State, all because of their work with CMAC.
CMAC's outreach has been tremendous, and they continue to help grow the video production community in the Central Valley. For the past 20 years, the Cardella family has been involved with advisory committees for all career technical agriculture courses offered at Fireball High School.
When you had a need, you could go to Chris, and he would say, is this good for kids? And when you said, Chris, this is good for kids, he said, let's find a way to make it happen. And so there were so many times when I would go to Chris and just say, I've got a student who needs a blue FFA jacket. He can't afford it. He wants to be part of the FFA. And Chris would just stop me right as soon as I said, I have a student who needs a blue jacket. And then he wouldn't just give me a check for one blue jacket, he'd give me a check for 10. And he'd say, go find 9 others that need a jacket too. That meant the world to me, because I knew I had somebody in the community that just wanted good for kids.
For the Cardellas, the goal has always been the same, to ensure student success through courses that will make them both college and career ready.
It's really important to train the next generation in giving them knowledge and hands-on experience with agriculture, and the students learn with the ROP program. They learn how hands-on building or working the orchards or making flower arrangements, whatever it is, gardening, landscaping. Not everybody's meant to go to college. And I really believe that it gives the kids another avenue.
Chris and Michelle have opened their business, Cardella Ranch, to thousands of students and have donated time, money, and expertise to Fireball's programs.
We farm around 700 acres, and most of it is, about 90% of it is almonds. It's very important in knowing where your livelihood comes from, which is agriculture is probably the #1 commodity that we have today in the world that we are self-sufficient in. And as long as we have water and the means to grow a crop, which is food, agriculture is a big factor in today's living. And I think the kids today are spending a lot of time, especially the kids in the ag department, are spending a lot of time learning this and really appreciate where their next meal comes from.
The Cardellas have made a difference in the lives of students and the community and have worked to champion hands-on career tech education.
Thank you, Alice. We had fun.
Thank you for lunch. I feel a lot better now. But I must go. I'm late for a very important date.
What do you think?
I think you have a shot at show business.
Really?
Yeah, you're a natural. And here at CMAC, we've seen all sorts of talent. But, what's the story with this white rabbit?
Well, I was told that to get where I'm going, I had to follow that little white rabbit.
That's just a superstition. You're not looking for the white rabbit. What you're looking for is the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole. The rabbit hole.
Thank you for being with us, and we hope you got something to eat and you're ready to get the program started. We know it's going to be a really productive evening. We're so thankful to have all of you with us. I was looking. I want to bring up for our welcome tonight Mrs. Christy Weens, the Director of Induction and CTE here in Clovis Unified, to welcome us to Clovis North. Christy?
Thank you, Valerie. On behalf of Clovis Unified School District, we'd like to welcome you to Fresno CTE ROP's 28th Annual Advisory Night. We are truly grateful to each of you for all that you do to make a positive difference for our students in the CTE pathways. It's truly amazing to observe all the people in action in CTE, whether it's supporting teachers, student learning, mentoring students and teachers, providing work-based learning opportunities, assisting with acquiring resources of all kinds, and serving as outstanding role models in the community, volunteering countless hours, and always going that extra mile to build CTE pathways together. It's people, not programs, that make the difference, we say in Clovis Unified. Outstanding industry partners, exemplary teachers, and dedicated administrators working together are absolutely crucial to the overall success of career technical education in supporting students to become college and career ready. We appreciate your presence this evening and thank you tremendously for your commitment to CTE and our students. Now let's enjoy this great evening together.
We have some introductions to make as we get started here this evening, and I'm going to start by introducing from the Fresno County Board of Education, Mr. Delbert Cedarquist. He also serves as a member of our Board of Management for Fresno RP. Present tonight from the Cabinet, Dr. Kitty Catania, Lisa Burrell, and Hank Gutierrez. Thank you. And Pam Coronado. I think Pam's sitting with her school team. We also have some folks who joined us tonight from the school district administration of the 22 districts that we serve and some principals. And we'd like to thank Mr. Rusty Freitas from Fireball, Superintendent. Mark Bruce, the Assistant Superintendent from Fresno Unified. We have Mark Fowler, the principal from Carruthers High School. Leslie Newmeyer, who's our director from Madera County Superintendent of Schools Office. We have Joe Trejo from Golden Plains. Joe is, I think, principal of everything in Golden Plains right now, so we're very happy with that. And with us also is the CEO from CART, Mr. Rick Watson. Director of Federal and Special Programs, and one of those, anything else is assigned, Mr. Paul Burrell from Central Unified. Superintendent Eric Cedarquist from Fowler Unified. Incoming Superintendent and Board of Management member from Fowler Unified, Mr. Scott Griffith. Mr. Pete Poulos, the principal of Cambridge High School. And Brett Salinas, who's the principal of Pioneer Technical Center in Madera County. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Robert Perez, the principal at Central High School. We thank all of you for being here tonight. This is our 44th year of operation as an ROP program for Fresno CTE ROP, and as Christy told you, our 28th advisory night. Collectively, all of you are serving just over 6,000 students this year in the 22 school districts and 3 counties, and we appreciate all the time and effort that are made by our teachers, and particularly tonight our business advisors, in making this one of the most successful programs in the state. The ROP program remains the main focus and support of our work going forward in our CTE department, and we have some CTE folks that are retiring this year that have been a really integral part of our program for a number of years, and we just want to take a moment to thank and recognize Linda Jean Bach of Roosevelt High School in Fresno Unified, Mark Fitz from Fowler High School, Superintendent Eric Cedarquist of Fowler Unified, and not with us tonight, but certainly a person who's been a longtime supporter, started out as a CTE and RP teacher, Superintendent Joey Campbell of Washington Unified. These folks exemplify through the various roles, whether it was in the classroom or at the district level, providing support and ensuring classes were still made available for their students, that they've all been great champions of career technical education, and specifically Fresno RP. We thank you, we'll miss you, and we have lots of things we can find for you to do next year if you get really bored and flunk retirement. So as teachers and community advisors, all of you here tonight are contributing to the success of our courses, our students, and in your program, you have the Noli recipients from the past 10 years listed. We want to thank Tom Lucero and his ROP multimedia students from Kalinga High School for producing this year's Noli video. And you will notice that they are filming tonight, so our recipients will get a full DVD of the entire event to take home. We also want to thank Mr. Michael Crockett and the Fireball High School ROP Culinary Arts students for creating and serving our birds tonight. And once again, once you leave us and you move over to the academic building for your meetings, your campus hosts are going to be from Greg Castro's ROP Careers in Education students here at Clovis North. So we want to thank those teachers and their students for helping make tonight possible. And now I'd like to bring to the stage Dr. Kitty Catania, representing the Superintendent of Fresno County Schools.
Hello, good evening. This is always a fun night for us at the county superintendents because we really get to see all of our ROP teachers together and those businesses and organizations that support our career tech ed programs. We truly could not have the programs we have throughout Fresno County for these students without the support of our organization and business partners. And tonight is a small way that we can recognize you and just give you a small thank you for all of the support that you give the students. With that, tonight we're recognizing 6 Noli Award winners. The William Noli Award winner was really to have an opportunity to really honor some of the businesses that have gone way and beyond contributions to our career tech ed programs in Fresno County. So I'll ask you to direct your eyes and enjoy the video, and then we'll call our recipients up to the podium. Thank you. As we announce our recipients, if they would come up on that side of the stage. The first recipient, come up, you want them to all come up now? All right, all of you go ahead and come up now. There's enough chairs for everybody. Pretty impressive when you're watching those videos to see the contributions, and probably every person up here will tell you that, well, you know, why we didn't do that much. Yes, you did. So we definitely want them to enjoy the moment and enjoy the award. The first Noli Award tonight is for Gwen McCall, nominated by Fireball Los Deltas Unified Career Technical Education Department. Mrs. McCall was an instructor for over 30 years and taught CTE ROP courses for 17 years before she retired.
Thank you. I I just wanted to say really quickly that we all know how ROP really benefits the students all over the valley, but I also want to mention how much ROP helps teachers like me. They fund our classes, including software, equipment, salaries, textbooks. They provide opportunities for us to meet advisors and to work with them to help keep our courses and curriculum the way it should be. They assist us with our curriculum and our standards. We get to call them whenever we want, and when they always get back to us really quickly. And they provide in-services where we can meet and discuss our classes with fellow teachers who teach the same subject. And they organize competitions where the students can showcase their work and feel proud of their accomplishments. So thank you for honoring me with the Bill Noli Award, and a big thank you to the ROP staff for all the support they gave me over the years.
The second award is for Joni Branch, nominated by Gene Poole, Roosevelt High School, Tony Pena, Washington Union High School, and Kelly Eichmann from Clovis East High School. Joni is the manager for volunteer services at Community Regional Medical Centers and has been a huge asset to the many ROP medical careers courses throughout schools in Fresno County.
I'm grateful to be honored here tonight, and I just want to say that I'm also grateful to the instructors that I work with. Without them and their cooperation and our working together as a team, along with our hospital staff that engages the students every day, it's very important that we all work together to make this whole thing work.
The third award recipient tonight is CMAC, Community Media Access Collaborative, nominated by Fresno Unified School District for their continued support of Sunnyside High, Fresno High, and Bullard High's ROP video production courses. For the past 5 years, they have provided time, training, support, and encouragement for the Fresno Unified students.
Hi, I'm Brian from CMAC. This is Johnny and Caesar, also from CMAC. I'll give them a chance to say something if they'd like to. But this is really, we're so honored to receive this award, and thank you for recognizing us. Really, my whole staff deserves this recognition. We're a small nonprofit organization, around 11 people on staff. And we are very ambitious with what we try to do, especially with our work with the schools. And we're just dedicated to trying to engage with and work with as many local schools as we can to make a difference and help them learn these important media skills. And thank you very much.
You're not as tall as Brian. I just want to say thanks to everybody for all the recognition, all the help. I know that we're out and we're working and we're trying to help the youth as best we can, but we can't do it without your support, your help, and your efforts as well. So I'll keep it short, sweet, and just say thanks.
I'll keep it short too, but it's just really great to see all of you so passionate about the work that you put into helping these students out, and it really resonates through all the work that we see and all the work that we see at CMAC as well with the students. They're very passionate, and it's amazing to see the process where they start, they begin, and then they go on and do big things and actually take a lot from the program. So clearly it's very effective, and I'm happy to be a part of that too. Thank you.
Some of our staff can't be here tonight because they're actually broadcasting the Fresno Grizzlies game right now, right this moment. We just went on air live. And some of the former students you talked about in the video are working on the crew right now at that game. So they deserve our thanks too.
Our fourth award recipient is for Fresno County Deputy, the Fresno County Sheriff, Deputy Randy Alvarez. He was nominated by Central High School CSI instructor Simon Palacios for his continued support and partnership with the students of Central High School.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be receiving this award. I'd like to thank Simon Palacios for nominating me. That was really cool of him. I've done a lot of things. I've been a law enforcement officer for 20 years. And one of the most rewarding things that I've done is working with these kids and seeing this ROP in action. Coming tonight and eating the delicious food that was made by Fireball, having the film crew from Coalinga come out to the school and seeing the level of professionalism that they had and the quality video they produced. I mean, that's so cool. That's the future. And we as ROP advisors have our hands involved in shaping that future and shaping the lives of the young people out there. I'd like to have the explorers from the Fresno County Sheriff's Department stand and be recognized tonight. Speaking of ROP in action, we have 3 young folks here from our explorer program. Our explorer advisor, Deputy Kalar, and Sergeant Rippey is also here from the Sheriff's Department. As it said in the video, we had 13 kids go out from ROP to an explorer meeting, and 8 of them decided to go ahead and stay on with the explorers. That's awesome. That's unheard of numbers for an explorer program. Our advisors were tickled with those results. And that's a direct result of the team, the fantastic team of people that I work with as educators and as staff at Central West High School. I'd like to thank them. A lot of them are here tonight. It's really wonderful to work with, and it's a family atmosphere. I mean, these kids, the staff there show up every day for the kids. And it's just to see that day in and day out and work with such great people, it really makes my job easy. I'd like to thank my family. They support me through all the stuff that goes along with law enforcement. My wife, my son, my mom, my dad, my sisters are here. And thank you to Fresno County for having such a cool award like this, and to all the ROP kids that are out there. You guys, the kids, the ROP kids, are what make everything work and make these awards worthwhile. So thank you, and I'm honored.
Our 5th award is for Chris and Michelle Cardella of Cardella Ranch, nominated by Fireball Los Deltas Unified Career Tech Ed Department. The Cardella family have been lifetime supporters of Fireball High School and CTE programs, and they come from a long line of family of supporters. Chris's dad, Pete Cardella, and Michelle's dad, Mario DiFrancesco, also lifelong members of supporters of the school. So thank you very much.
On behalf of my wife and I, we'd like to thank Fireball for recognizing the things that we do for them. It's a great honor to be here today, and I look at this as a future for our kids. And I think that's the #1 reason why my wife and I do this. Thank you.
The final award recipient tonight is for Pat and Nick Mosley, owners of the California Tiny House, nominated by Kerman High School building instructor Daniel Ramirez. Pat and Nick Mosley have been a valuable partner with Kerman Unified for 3 years and helped Kerman High build their first tiny house project. And if you've gone to the Career Tech Expo, you were able to see the tiny house and the progress being made out there. So congratulations.
Hello. Okay. First of all, I'm accepting this on behalf of both myself and my father. He's ill, so he wasn't able to be here today. We just kind of fell into this CTE ROP thing. Anthony Ayers is the one who actually came to, I think, one of our open houses we had, and he and I got chit-chatting and saw a really good opportunity. And what we've noticed is, that's my boy, sorry. Yeah. And what we noticed is that not only was it a really good program, but it encompassed so many different, not only classes, but trades, that it gave kids not only an extremely fun, popular project to do, but a really well-rounded knowledge of all the different trades that go in with building a house. The program so far has been pretty cool. You know, I've been out to Kerman High a few times and been there at lunchtime, and I see students still working on the house. And I asked, you know, Daniel Ramirez, I said, what are these guys doing out here? He goes, oh, they're on their lunch break, but they never stop. So, I mean, just that shows me that kind of passion. I would have killed for a program like this in high school. I mean, obviously I grew up in a family that all I did was construction, so I could have probably gotten an easy A, but that's beside the point. And it's really neat. You know, I've noticed that since I've started, I have students contacting me. This summer, I have 2 graduates, one from Central that we're actually hiring. He's building a tiny house now, and it shows me that that not only is this program working not for jobs for kids straight out of high school, but I mean, it works for me too, because I'm getting trainees getting trained in high school. So it works really well. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I wasn't expecting this. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your help and support.
So we're nearing that magical time where you're going to go down your own rabbit hole to the academic building. But I want to call your attention to something that's not on your agenda, but there's going to be this lovely lime green flyer in your packet. We have an opportunity right now, and I didn't want to lose the opportunity for our business and community partners. There's an opportunity for some permanent funding for career technical education in the state of California right now, and there's a particular piece of legislation that would do that. And it's not just limited to ROP, but it's for all the programs in our schools. And there's a sample letter in there, and if you are so inclined when you leave tonight, if you take that letter with you and in the next couple of days, put it on your own letterhead and sign it and send it off to Sacramento. We want to make sure that the folks in Sacramento really understand how important career technical education is to our communities throughout the valley. And so didn't want to let you out of here without that little plug if we can. I want to thank everybody that helped us tonight. We've talked to you about our teachers and our students. Efren Gazar is the person on our staff who had the lead tonight, so we want to thank Efren. And our district coordinators and the folks in the districts who helped us with check-in. We do several events during the year that wouldn't be possible if it was limited to the 12 people in our office, and so we do so appreciate it when you loan us your people and step up and help us that.